Cool. So, Lisa and I were just talking. This is her 6th ride on Felix, so we're just showing you every ride that we do with him. And I noticed last ride, you know, we had some walk, we had some trot, we had some canter. So in my head, we're still working on rhythm and we're still working on relaxation, but he's very relaxed now. I think his Luscalassen height, he's very willing. Lisa says to me, he feels like he wants to work for me. He feels like he wants to do it right. So we're going to work a little bit more on seeing if we can get him more into the contact. Still working on the same stuff, but obviously just with that little bit of extra thought in our head. So when you're ready, let's trot. And I love Lisa's given me the whip. So with a young horse, you want to carry the whip, or you want to have the whip there. As you saw last ride, she needed it. But if you can not have to carry it every ride, that's a really good, I wish I could be that disciplined. But I don't seem to ride horses that are that willing. Good. So Lisa, what I want you to do is keep your outside rein very still. When he wants to, you know, pull against it, you've got to be like a side rein. Do you know side reins from when you lunge a horse in side reins? Yeah, haven't done it, but you know it, exactly. So your outside rein has to be like a side rein, which means when he's soft, it will naturally soften, but when he pulls against it, so sometimes it helps to hold the saddle blanket. Hold the saddle blanket with your outside hand. Yeah, just to anchor your hand there. Yep, so are you holding the saddle blanket with your outside hand as you hold the rein? Sorry? Yeah, but that will move. Anchor your hand to, because your outside rein is not providing a strong enough anchor. Yes. Yeah, do you feel straight away your hand is stiller? Yeah. So with everything with horses, they'll go as good as we ride. So Lisa's a great rider, but obviously we're all trying to be better. And her next step as a rider is she needs to keep that outside rein dead still. Now it can be tricky keeping the outside rein dead still because it shouldn't be a block. It shouldn't be dead still. So hanging onto the saddle blanket still gives it that little bit of flexibility it needs. Yeah, so when he pulls, you've got to hold fast. He's got to go, oh, I can't push against that. Yeah, and then exactly, you close your legs and ride him into the bit. Yeah, now you can open up your inside hand, get a bit of bend. Now inside leg asks for bend, and then if he doesn't listen, you can open up your inside hand a little bit, and then soften the inside hand, good, and allow that neck to strengthen, lengthen and lower. So you want the outside rein to even be a little bit longer if you can, so we can get his nose longer and deeper. We don't want him starting off short in the neck. This is a nice prelim frame, but I want him longer. Good. Open up that inside hand. You've got to be smarter, Lisa. You've got to feel when he's about to lift his head, open up your inside hand and ride with your legs before it happens. You go, why is his head to the outside? Bring his head and nose to the inside. Yep, and ride with your legs. No, his head's to the outside. Head to me. Head to me. Head to me. Yes, through all of that. Through all of that. Keep your reins, keep your reins. He's not allowed to throw. Yes, yes. And then when he's there in the pocket, yes, praise him. Make it a happy place to be. He's got to feel real resistance. When he puts his head up, it's got to feel uncomfortable. There's got to be pressure on the bit. There's got to be pressure to, you know, bend and all this stuff. But when he's in the pocket and he's going, travelling over his back, open up that inside hand. And you, Lisa, just have to be quicker and more psychic and more feeling before it happens. There you caught it. There it was better. Yes. And then when he's there, you can lengthen your reins and see if you can get him longer. Yeah, longer. Longer, and longer, Good, change the rein. Big 20-metre circle the other way. Make sure you hit the long side of the arena. Keep your outside rein, half halt in the new outside rein, half halt in the new outside rein. Yep, ride with your legs, outside rein, bend and allow. He's not allowed to learn that he can lift his head. There has to be a real consequence to lifting his head. They learn very quickly if you're very strict. If it's very, Yeah, so she's saying it's hard for him to get onto the outside rein. So open up your inside rein, like a lunge. Look at me. Look at me. Like this. Open the door. Yeah. And then use your inside leg to push the body out to the wall. Yep. But bring your hand into me. Bring his nose to me. Yep, but push his body out to the wall. Nose to me, body to the wall. Nose to me, body to the wall. More, fight him. When he fights you, you fight him. Yeah, and then when he gives to you, you give to him. Does that start feeling better? Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but you have to start suppling the horse. You have to teach them how to move from the rib cage. Yeah. Yeah. When he reefs against you, you've got to hold. You've got to make it so uncomfortable. Keep your outside rein while you bend him. Yes, yes. Yes. Yeah, Lisa's saying, do I want her to overbend him? Well, yes. If he's overbending the other way, I want you to do the opposite of what he wants to do. If he wants to go around and put his head to the outside, we're going to put his head to the inside. Yes. Yeah. And when you feel he takes one step that's supple, one step that the ribs are moving over, one step with his body that way and he's soft, you praise him for a stride. Then what happens is he falls apart and gets bad again. You fix it again. Yes, longer in the neck. Good. Okay, let's just look at the canter. Yep. And that's why I like to carry it, because the horse that you have at the first minute is not the same horse in the 20. Yeah. And it's hard for them. Like, why would he work hard if he doesn't have to? So he has to, that's where the rules have to be really strict. When you work hard for me, I reward you. I pat you, I make it easy for you, and then we only do 5 minutes and we're done. But when you fight me and I have to really overbend you, then, you know, there's a lot of pressure and it's yucky for a bit. Yeah, good. And then the canter. Sitting trot from your seat. Whip. Yeah, it's got to canter when you say. Bend. Where's his bend? I want his nose to me. Put your inside leg on, put his ass out. Yes. And that is perfect. If he trots, that tells you you're on the right way. When my horses say, I can't do it anymore, that's where I have to train them, at that point. Yep, I have to push them through. Keep riding where he says I can't, where he says he can't. Yeah, where he finds it hard. Yes. Yeah. Good. Bend, bend. Forward. Don't lose that forward. Take that forward and use it to mould and sculpt the front of him. He's got to get more bend. Change the rein. Now, use your outside rein half holds. Yeah. Yeah, don't just throw him to the new way. You've got to start putting that inside leg on. Start pushing his hind legs out to the fence. Yeah. 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 Let him stretch. Ride him with the leg. He's not allowed to go, oh no, I'm scared of that. Yes, this is his trot. I don't want a slower trot than this. Don't tighten him up in front. You've got to allow more neck out, more floppiness, more soft. Yes, and canter from there. Just sit and go. Tap, 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 tap. Yep, take it. Yes, come on. Doesn't matter if he needs to poo, he's got to go. This side is like 20 times better. Yeah. Outside rein, yep. Let him stay in collected canter. You sit back. You keep his balance. Trot. He finds it hard in that collected canter. He's like, oh, where do I put myself? So you've got to keep your stomach and you've got to help him keep the balance. Keep the canter, but stay there. Keep the canter, but stay there. Bend, bend. Where's his bend? Where's his bend? That's right. Then the trot. Balance, half halt. Don't let him run away. Outside rein, outside rein, outside rein, forward. Yeah, there's good. Keep it in the pocket. Softer in the neck. I need him longer in the neck. Good. And walk. Yep. And walk. Yeah, that's right. Cool. So next ride, I'll have a sit if you want, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to ride him, I think, with a lot wider hands. Yeah.
Didn't want him
yeah.
to get hard or something, but when you said like I need more, it was like that's what he needed.
Yeah, he needs more now. Yeah. And that's where the goal points always change. Like 6 rides ago, just don't buck us off, and he did anyway, you know, and that was goal 1. And then step 2 was, oh good, he didn't buck us off that ride, goal achieved. Step 3 was just walk trot canter. I don't care if it's the wrong leg. I don't care if it's not on a circle. Just do that. Now we want it on a circle. Now we want it on a circle and we want you to be round. So we're constantly changing the goalposts on him. Cool. Any questions?
No?
Cool. All right. I think you'll learn from seeing me do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.